The Mexican-American War was a 2-year war that began in April 1846 and ended in February of 1848. The war started by Congress admitting Texas as a slave state. This act angered Mexico, and they viewed it as an act of war because Mexico still claimed Texas as their own. Congress and Mexico tried settling on a border but was hit with conflict as they could not agree on a border. Mexico insisted on the Nueces River, but Texas wanted the Rio Grande. The U.S. tried to offer Mexico $25 million for Texas, California, and New Mexico, but this diplomacy failed. This angered President Polk as he ordered General Zachary Taylor to station troops on the bank of the Rio Grande. Mexico again saw this as an act of war and moved an army onto the southern bank. On April 25, 1846, a Mexican cavalry unit crossed the Rio Grande and ambushed an American patrol. 16 American soldiers were killed or wounded, and news quickly reached Washington. Once Congress got hold of this information, they were quick to declare war with Mexico. Abraham Lincoln questioned the president's need to declare war, as many people did not want war with Mexico. America was in split decisions, as Northeasterns questioned the cause of men dying in the war, and Southerners wanted to expand the growth of slavery and saw the expansion of Texas as an opportunity to increase power in slavery. Many Americans wanted to expand into the westward lands, even if it had meant pushing the Native Americans and Mexicans out of their lands. President Polk had talked about taking over the entirety of Oregon and expanding American territory. Instead, he took over half of Oregon, with Britain owning the other half. By the 1840s, thousands of Americans had moved into Oregon territory, and President Polk had forced westward expansion through conflict with Mexico. Soon after the start of the war, New Mexico had been captured by the U.S. General Stephen Kearny and his men. With New Mexico taken over, the explorer John C. Fremont led soldiers to rebel against Mexican rule in California in attempts to take over those lands. The war ended with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Mexico gave up the present-day states of California, Nevada, Utah, most of Arizona, parts of New Mexico, Colorado, and Wyoming. This treaty also made Mexico realize that Texas was now part of the U.S. The Rio Grande became the border between the two countries. A small bit of land was sold to the U.S. for the use of the Transcontinental Railroad. This trade was called the Gadsden Purchase and was sold to Mexico to the U.S. for $10 million.